Welcome back to the FranXX, everyone. Before we dive into this insanity, I'm super excited to announce the Discord for this channel. If you want to talk in-depth Darling in the FranXX, other anime this season, any other anime, Japanese music, memes, characters, theories, life, whatever you guys want, the guild is forming and we're not slowing down. So come chill with me, join the Discord link in the description, and I'll see you guys there. If you are still on the fence as to whether or not Kokoro and Mitsuru had sex, the ending of the episode spells it out for you with the title. Eden as in garden of, as in biblically the paradise Adam and Eve were placed in at creation, that Eden. I'm also pretty sure all of us know by now that the names are based off of numbers read in Japanese. I talked about this after episode 1. Mitsuru comes from 326, Kokoro from 556. What does 326 plus 526 equal? 882. Read haha ni in Japanese. So what does haha ni translate to? It translates to my mother. Also, they followed the book's instructions, meaning Kokoro babies are incoming, right? Wrong. Well, maybe. Hanakotoba in Japanese is the language of the flowers, in which they convey emotions and communicate to the viewers without words through colors and impressions. Darling in the FranXX is riddled with flower language, specifically Japanese flower language, and I could probably talk about it for hours, but specifically starting off with episode 17, Zero Two's headband contains red tulips, which in Japan conveys a sense of trust. The hibiscus present in the garden backdrop of Kokoro worrying for Mitsuru in episode 5, and specifically in episode 16 during Mitsuru's haircut, expresses a gentle feeling and also represents romance. The hibiscus also symbolizes Kokoro's feelings towards Mitsuru, and then there was also the haircut, of course symbolizing a new start with Hiro for Mitsuru, which we basically see that relationship start anew in the lake. But that's not all. Drinking hibiscus tea has often been said to affect female hormones, causing temporary infertility and abortion. They most likely consumed the flowers while they were forced to find their own rations. We've gone way beyond speculation here, but let's take a look at the ending theme. First we see Kokoro holding Mitsuru, and the next scene her face is pointing down, giving off a sense of depression, and what's she holding? Her stomach. I mean, I can imagine it now, the absolute devastation Kokoro would feel if she lost her child. With how mature and dark episode 13 was, I wouldn't put it past Nishigori to take Kokoro's character to a very dark place, especially with how important she's become in the series. People are seeing death flags everywhere, in Kokoro or Mitsuru or Zero Two in the opening or buckets, but honestly I think it will be her child and a broken Kokoro that faces defeat in the end. Really, anything's possible here, so I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments or like I said on the new Discord. And then we have the repeatedly appearing cacti, or saboten as they're called in Japanese, which in hanakotoba the cactus symbolizes lust and sex, and these constantly appear in the backdrop of Kokoro and Mitsuru's garden for situations. And with the addition of the baby book, quite honestly, people should have known this was coming for a while now. And where we do end up in episode 17, with Kokoro sexually moving in on Mitsuru and eventually ending up in bed with him, the cactus didn't lie. Now here's where a bit of controversy begins. I would say most of us thought that Hiro and Zero Two would be the first to do it. Even Zarome already mentioned that Mitsuru and Kokoro were sticking their bodies together like Hiro and Zero Two. So, to be honest, it may have already happened. Clearly, Zero Two understands sex. After Zero Two tells Hiro to shut his damn mouth in episode 12, Hiro proceeds to confess his love, then Zero Two shoves him to the ground, unzips her jacket, and says, "I'll teach you what comes after kissing." Zero Two also has breasts and can pilot the FranXX, so we're gonna assume that she has all the sexual organs necessary for reproduction. But in episode 17, she says her body can't do that, so she might be sterile. Whether that has to do with her being a klaxo or has had her body fucked with from all the experimentation, we can't really know at this point. And it was so sad with her pretty piano OST playing. Zero Two just looks down and says, "Kimi tachi wa suteki da." That was honestly it was just depressing. With the OST that I love playing, that pretty piano music that it's really sad. That whole moment was extremely depressing when Zero Two basically said that she couldn't have kids and everyone else could, and she just envied them. However, in the last 48 hours, the community has been in serious debate as to whether or not in opening 2, Zero Two is pregnant and has a baby bump. People are researching this shit in depth, posting pictures of real women like 2 months pregnant and comparing them to Zero Two, asking their wives what they think. Like, people are taking this way too far, and I honestly thought it was ridiculous at first. Like, I thought she was just animated normally. I thought her stomach looked normal to me. I didn't really even notice her stomach. But after all the controversy, and I mean like looking at her, it's possible her stomach's bigger than normal, and it's possible we're about to have some purple Oni babies running around. I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel about this. Feel free to debate it in the comments. I don't think anyone is really winning this war though until Trigger drops the bomb on us. So to keep moving, there were so many pretty moments in this episode as we try to settle back into normalcy after the insanity of the amazing episodes 13 through 15. Zero Two talks about eating her old picture book to keep the memories, her cute smile we have to protect, hugging on Hiro's drawing. There were so many cute moments. These episodes may not stick out to us a year from now like episode 13 and 15 will, but they most definitely provide us with tons of information around the story and are doing a good job of getting us back into it after all of the insanity. Also, casually, Hiro just starts growing horns and seems to be becoming the blue Oni that was predicted, though I'm still considering that both Hiro and Zero Two will be humans in the end, because in the first episode, we see Zero Two and Hiro walking under the bloomed sakura trees. Presumably this is in the future, because in episode 16 they haven't blossomed yet, so we're still not there. Zero Two's also hiding something under that hat she was wearing in that first episode scene, or is she hiding a lack of something under there? I'm loving the speculation that's going on right now around the sakura trees blooming. Clearly time is a factor here, and whether they will become human or not, whether they will be alive or not, it's all up in the air. I hope you all come and continue the discussion with me on Discord. Go find that link in the description or over on my Twitter at soul_animation. Thank you guys so much for watching. Look out for my next video and the true identity of the klaxosaur princess, and I'll see you guys on Discord. Ja, mata. Yo